So for me, this much shape is good enough. As I have explained you in the class that with this I am actually trying to create the mask in the shape of shield. So if you observe this shape carefully, you will get to know that it is looking like as a half shield. So for that, we'll select this with the point tool and we'll go to the fill, and here we can apply any color. We can change the color from this color spectrum and apply any color. Underneath the fill we have this border, so you can increase the border, you can decrease the border, you can keep the value 0 if you don't want to give any border to the shape, or you can simply delete it. Whichever way you find you want to make the changes in the shape, you can do so. Now I was talking about that this shape I am making in the shape of a shield, and it is looking like a half shield. So for the next half, what I'll simply do is I'll just copy this and I'll flip it on the other side, and then I'll join the two. Let's see how can we do that. First thing, we can select the shape and we will go here in the edit and we will do the copy and paste. So I believe you all are aware of these shortcuts, Ctrl C, and for paste Ctrl V. So we will rather choose these shortcuts, Ctrl C and Ctrl V, and here you can see that it has made a copy of this shape. Now let's understand from where we can flip it. For flipping, I will come to this toolbar on the top side, and here I have this tool called Flip Horizontal. Somewhere in the center you need to find it carefully. Two tools are here together, Flip Vertical and Horizontal. So I'll click on Flip Horizontal and I'll try to carefully join the shape. Yeah, like this. Okay. So I need to make sure that there are no gaps in between. So it seems like there are no gaps. So this is perfect. Yeah, that's about right. Now after this, what I need to do next is I need to join these two shapes. Now this is something important, because you need to do one thing carefully to achieve the next step. That means to join the shape. What you need to do carefully to join the shape is you need to select both the shapes together. How can you do that? You can simply drag and you can bring the shapes inside this selection area, or else you can just click and with the shift key make the multiple selection into one. Now both the shapes have been selected. So what I'll do is I'll come to the toolbar and I'll look for this particular tool, which is called Create Compound Shape. If by mistake I have not selected the two shape, you can see this tool is not highlighted right now, which means I cannot use this. Obviously it cannot make a joint of one single shape, because we need to have at least two shapes in the selection. So we'll select the two with shift key, and then you can see that this tool is in appearance now. I can click and use it, and now you can see the center seam has been gone and we have this as one single shape. So afterwards I will again make a copy and paste of this particular shape, and what I'll do is I'll change its color slightly darker, and after that with the pointer tool I'll select it, and now I will try to reduce its size. But here you can see the problem is that when I am reducing its size, it is getting deformed as well. So I don't want this. Rather what I want is that when I will rescale it, either I'll increase the size or decrease the size. Its proportions should be intact. So for that I need to press shift key, and then if I'll try to scale it down, you can see that the size of the shape or the proportions of the shapes are intact. Okay, it is exactly looking like it is a smaller version of this shape. So we understand one thing, that we always need to use shift key if we want to keep the proportions of the shape intact. Second thing, that I want this to be placed exactly in the center of this shape. For that, what I'll do is I'll rescale this with pressing Alt key. So if I'll press it with the Alt key, but it is rescaling in the center, but the problem is that its proportions are being deformed. So for that, what we can do is we can press both the keys Shift and Alt and then try to rescale the size, maybe like this, and perfect. So now it is perfectly placed in the center. Maybe I can change some color. Maybe I can apply some different color to this. Maybe a brighter tone. This looks much better. All right. Maybe it is looking too bright. So what I can do is I can go to the fills, and here on the color palette, on the top of the color palette, you have this option color fill. So color fill basically means it will fill a single flat color. If you click on this and you can choose this option linear gradient. So linear gradient, what does is basically it fills the blend of two color. So here you can see that it has filled the blend of this light sky blue color and the black. So we can click on this, we can change the colors like this, okay, and here you can see the line which is showing actually the direction how the blend of two colors is being filled. So this you can change or rotate actually from here. So let's say if you want in the vertical direction the blend of the color, you can do so. And you can increase and decrease actually how the gradient is being filled. If I'll increase the length of this, you can see that the somewhere in the center of the color only being filled. So actually it is creating the blend from this point to this point, and in between whichever is overlapping the shape, only that much area is being filled with the blend of the colors. So this I'm finding more better than earlier, so I'll leave it as it is. And afterwards on this mask, I believe ear loops are left. So for ear loop I will choose pen tool only, but this time I will create the shapes with a different manner. So this time I will try to create some curve lines. So for that I will click and drag like this, click and drag. So here I find that this much curve to the line will look better as a ear loop. Now I don't want to draw any much more further. So for that I will not need to click anywhere, rather I can just simply press escape key and it will break the line. So you can see that the line has been created from here to till here only. Now I'll select this up, and here I will come to the border and I will increase its thickness, and with this basically I will define that how much thickness is going to be of the ear loop of the mask. So this much thickness, around the 40 value. Okay, this might vary for your particular shape which you are choosing. It depends on the canvas size and everything, so that you have to check manually. So for my design, 40 number value is good to go. So I'll keep that, and in the border I will also try to change some color of this ear loop. Let's say this, a bit darker tone. Okay, and that's about it. Now one thing which looks which doesn't look good over here is that this ear loop is visible as if it has been pasted in the front of the mask. So if I'll put it behind the mask, then it will look much better. So for that, what we can do is we can select the loop, we can right click on this and we can go to this arrange and we can choose this option send back. If at any point you are not able to right click on the shape, so what you can do is you can select it, you can go to this modify, and here you can also find arrange and you can choose this option send back. Now this air loop is at the very back and this placement is perfect. All I need to do is I need to just make a copy by pressing Ctrl C and Ctrl V, bring it on this side, flip horizontal and place it properly. Like this. Alright, so this way you can create a basic shape with pen tool only. Okay, now I'll just add a one finer detail to this and then I will finish the activity. So I'll just zoom in a bit into the center, and here from the center I will create some lines. Okay, advantage of working in Gravit also, it always show you some marker lines by which you can identify the placement and alignment according to the shape. So I will choose pen tool and I'll click somewhere from the center like this, and I'll give a curve like this, and I'll press escape key of course to break the connection if that is what I want. And you need to make the selection up. Now the problem is that if this shape is too thin to select, so no need to worry, you can come to this layers panel and it actually shows in the order of how you have created the shape. So at the very top, if I'll click on this path, that means this is the last shape which I have created. So I can click on this to make the selection. I can increase a little bit of thickness around 6 and I'll give it a simple white color. Select the shape from here and I'll make a copy of this, flip it horizontal and bring it on this side. Now what I'll do is I'll select these both and I'll join this, I'll select these both and I'll make a copy of this and I'll bring it downwards like this. And with a shift and alt, I'll try to scale it down. Again, copy and paste, bring it downwards. With shift and alt, just a bit rescaling I need to do. And that's about it. So this basically are the some lines in between the masks which we see usually. So that I try to create with these lines. Okay, if I'll zoom out a bit, maybe I can make some last changes and then we will be done with the activity. So I'll just select the sub tool and according to the curve I will actually change the positions of the node. So I'll select this and bring these curves like this a bit downwards. Yeah, that's about it. So I'm just stopping here with the activity part, and this you can just observe that I have created this entire design only using the shape tool, pen tool. Okay, so I hope you all have understood this and hopefully you guys can create it without any challenge or so, and afterwards you can submit your outputs. Thank you so much.